Welcome everyone to a new episode of the GERARDUS podcast. And this time it's a special edition because it's done by the Fitcie. So I'm here together with Marleen Boersma, who's the chair of the committee, and myself, Ilse van Tuinen, who's the secretary. And you also might know me from the GERARDUS board, of course. And we're very happy to introduce Lisa van Dolder to you today. She's from Studiosi Mobilae and she will talk to us about the relevance of moving. Lisa, thank you very much for being here. We very much appreciate that you took the time to do this. So then my first question to you is, would you like to tell us something about yourself and about your degree program?
Yes, thanks for the invite. And now my name is Lisa and I'm a third year student of the bachelor program Human Movement Sciences. In this program, you learn a lot about every aspect of human movement. For example, how it's possible we can move in the first place, how we can measure movements, and how our psychology influences movement and the other way around.
Okay, that sounds very interesting. Also very different, of course, from what we do at our faculty. Can you tell us something about what motivated you to study this? And do you already know what you want to do with it after your studies?
Yes, my motivation for enrolling in this program was to learn more about why we move and what effect movement has on our body and mind. I've always been very interested in movement problems and how people learn new skills. When I was little, I really wanted to become a physiotherapist, but now I'll probably get into research and teaching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very interested indeed, because we keep hearing right now, of course, how important it is to keep moving and how important it is for all of us. So could you tell us something about the relevance of moving and keeping active, especially in the current pandemic we're in right now?
Yes. We tend to see people as healthy when they look physically fit. So in most cases, this is true because a sporty body is a healthy body. This is because regular exercise boosts the immune system. These sporty people will thus less often catch a cold than people who don't regularly exercise. When it comes to the current pandemic, we should all aim to get in the best shape we possibly can, so our immune system is able to fight off the coronavirus as best as it can. Besides that, most of us experience the COVID kilos or pounds because of decreased exercise during the pandemic. Regular exercise can help prevent the weight gain and it boosts your immune system. Exactly what we need right now.
Yeah, for sure. And could you maybe go a bit more in detail about how moving influences your health, your mental health?
Yes, exercise unleashes dopamine and oxytocin in the brain, which activates the reward center. So from movements, you will feel happy. Besides the hormones, there is also more blood going into the brain. So movement makes the heart pump faster, and thus the brain is provided with more oxygen.
Nice.
All right. And we also hear that it has an influence how you can study, which is very important for all students now, of course. Can you tell us something more about what influence movement has on your levels of concentration and capacity for studying?
Yeah, so movement increases the heartbeat. This means that the heart will pump faster and with more blood in every pump. This blood will go to the active muscles, but also to the brain because the brain is very active during exercise and therefore needs more oxygen. The blood flow in the brain improves and there is more oxygen available. After exercise, the heart continues to pump a little harder than necessary for a short time. This extra blood in the brain is not needed, but the oxygen can be used for other parts in the brain for purposes of studying. Also, being outside in the sun and fresh air does wonders for your brain. More natural light in your eyes is good in comparison to the forced screen watching we all need to do these days. And melatonin production increases while being in sunlight, which will make you sleep better at night and boost your concentration during the next day.
Yeah, I really noticed that myself as well. The moment I step into the sunlight, I'm like, oh yes, so much better. So
Yes, indeed.
for everyone listening to this podcast, also join the Ommetje app of Gerardus because that also motivates you to go outside every day. But anyways, we're already getting to the end of this podcast. And so you already mentioned a couple of things that, of course, moving is a very good thing to do to get through this corona situation, and also like you just said, going outside. Do you have any more tips for our students who are struggling to stay active?
Yes. Now, I also really struggled with motivation for going exercising and staying active. And I'm telling you all this stuff about how good exercise is for you. But still, I did not do it very much in the last couple of months. And what I noticed is when you set the bar really low, just go for a walk every day, just be outside. That's the first step to getting more active. So, for example, I started to meet up with friends for a really long walk, or going for a ride on my bike in the sun, and just starting with a couple of walks every day. That started for me to be more active.
Yeah.
So my advice would be set the bar really low and just make sure you get outside every day and go for a walk for 20 minutes with
Yes.
and all the other things are great, but not necessary to start improving your physical and mental health.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Before I will close this podcast, is there anything else you would like to add to this?
Um, if you are interested in this subject, go watch Erik Scherder. He is one of the creators of Ommetje, and he's a neuropsychologist, so he knows all about the influence of movement on the brain. He will tell you a lot more than I know, so really
Nice.
check him out.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that advice. And thank you very much, of course, for being here again. We really appreciate that you made some free time and actually be present here to tell us some more about moving and the positive sides of moving, of course. So, yeah, thank you. And I think we can end it.
Yes, thank you for
Yes, thank you
listening.
very much.